Hi, everyone. Welcome in to Gentle Yoga. We're going to start tonight laying back on the mat. Just letting your shoulder blades roll under, letting your arms fall open next to you. And we can bend the knees, bringing the bottoms of the feet onto the mat. And we're going to start with a little breathing exercise tonight. Beginning just by letting yourself be comfortable here. And just noticing the natural rhythm of your breath. Notice if the breath feels deep or shallow. If it feels slow or quick. And then let it little by little start to deepen. Taking a nice slow inhale, feeling the chest fill. And a slow exhale, feeling it empty. Slowly trying to bring that breath a little bit deeper, all the way into the belly. And feel everything go heavy as it goes back out. Now we're going to practice a breath that's good for focus and for giving a little stress relief. Whether you had a busy day or it was calm, there can be space for this breathing in your practice tonight. So it's our 5-3-6 breath. And it's a counted breath where we're going to inhale for a count of 5. And then we're going to hold that full breath in the chest and the belly for 3 counts. And then exhaling a little bit slower than you inhaled. So exhaling for a count of 6. And then we're going to hold at the bottom for 3 again with the empty body. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. So it might take a few breaths to get to the full 5 and 6. Just do your best and let the lungs steadily expand. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just hold. 2, 3, exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. 2, 1. Inhale slow, 5. And hold. Exhale, 6. Hold. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And hold. Taking one more round. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, 6. And hold. Good. Let's take a couple deep breaths, just clearing. And on the next breath, we'll just bring the right knee into the chest. Take a hold behind your thigh and give that ankle a little turn. We'll keep a hold behind the thigh and we'll extend that leg and flex the foot. And then bend the knee, hug it back into the chest. Extend and flex. And hug it in. And then extend and hold here. Good. Let's keep a hold behind that thigh. We're going to reach for the other thigh. Bend the knees, happy baby. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Good. Let's bring the right foot down to the mat. Left knee hugging in tight, and we're just going to rotate that ankle. And then stretch the heel to the ceiling. And give the knee a hug in. Take 2 more like that. And then extend that leg and hold in that hamstring stretch, pressing heel towards ceiling. Good. We'll bend that knee, bring the other leg back in, and this time we'll reach outside the feet, or you can take a hold behind the thighs again if that feels better. Give yourself a little rock side to side, happy baby. And then holding on to the legs or feet, we're going to start to rock forward and back. Just giving the spine a little bit of massage there. And then give yourself a big rock to come up to seated. Bottoms of the feet will come together into cobbler. And we'll give some little circles here, just stretching out those hips. And let's bring it back the other direction. And then coming to the center, let the spine go long as you reach forward into a fold. You can walk the hands out and let the chin fall to the chest. Give the head a little rock side to side. And let's roll our way back up to seated. And we'll just take the left leg back behind us, bend the knee. So you're in the deer pose. Reach the arm out over that left leg. Give yourself a side stretch. You can give that right wrist a little turn here. Coming back to the middle, and we'll take a twist out to the right. So reaching right hand behind, left hand reaching over for that leg. Good, coming back to the center, and we'll come forward, animal pose, letting the body lay out over the legs and the head come down. On your next breath, walking the hands back. And we'll take the hands out behind us and just give the knees a rock side to side. Excuse me, releasing the hips there. Good, let the knees come down. Left knee's gonna open in front of us, right knee opening behind. Sitting up into your deer pose. And we'll reach right hand out to the right side of the body. Reach your left arm over for a side stretch. And we're gonna feel that in the inside of our right hip as well. Lifting up to the center and twist it to the left. Reaching your right arm across. And releasing back to the middle. Let's take that windshield wipe one more time. Hands come behind and knees come side to side. Good, let's make our way over onto our hands and knees. And we'll take the right leg out long behind us. Toes to the mat, give a little press into your heel. Stepping the foot in between the hands. Sink your body weight forward into that thigh. Feeling the front of your left thigh, getting a good stretch there. Good, then we'll walk the hands back and start to straighten through that front leg as much as we can, coming into half split. Bending the knee, and we'll lift our way up to low lunge, stacking the body over the hips. Let's take the hands behind the head, open the elbows wide, and just feel that stretch run along the front line of your body. Finding a bit of balance there. Here we'll sink into the front knee. And then take a little back bend, letting weight from the head go into the hands. And releasing the hands back to the mat. And we'll just step that knee back in with the other and sink the hips back to the feet, child's pose. Give yourself 5 breaths here. On your next breath, moving your way up to all fours. And stretch the left leg out long behind you, toes to the mat. Give a press through that heel in and out. And then just stepping that foot through, sink the body weight into that front leg, feeling the stretch in the right leg and hip. And then sending the hips back to straighten the front leg, half split. Sinking your chest into the thigh or in that general direction as best you can. Very good. Let's take it to our low lunge, bending the knee, lifting our way up. Taking hands behind the head, letting the elbows open wide, just finding balance here for a moment. Lifting the top of the head toward the ceiling. And then we'll sink into that front leg and take it for a little back bend, head resting into the palms. Good, let's release the hands to the mat. Step that knee back and sink to child's pose for 5. On your next breath, lifting your way up. And let's get into the upper body, walking the hands forward toward the top of the mat. Let your chest sink down to the ground. Let the hips stay high in your puppy pose. The hands can spread and just feel each fingertip connecting to the mat. Feel that space between the shoulder blades stretching out. Now leaving forearms and palms down, we're just going to lift the chest and slide forward onto the belly, coming into Sphinx. If you find the chest isn't quite lifting, just slide the hands forward a little bit more, bringing the elbows underneath your shoulders. And here we'll give the head a little turn, just releasing the neck. And bring it back the other way. We'll come into the center with the head. We're going to take like a cat spine for the upper back. So we're going to push the mat away with our forearms, like we're trying to slide it out from under us. Let the back curve and your chin come to the chest. And then release. Let the chest come forward and pull the arms back toward you like you're trying to slide off the mat. Good. Take it to the cat, curving the back and pushing the mat away. And then take it forward, pulling the mat in toward you. Let's take one more like this, curve. And release and pull. Good. Coming back to neutral, we'll slide the hands in next to our chest. Tuck the toes and give yourself a lift up to downward facing dog. Give the feet a little pedal here. You can release the neck, giving the head a little shake. And a nod. And then we'll walk our way up to the hands, taking it to forward fold. And then into ragdoll with soft knees, giving ourselves a little rock side to side. Coming into the center, we'll soften through the knees and just slowly roll our way up to stand. Taking a breath to reach up tall. On an exhale, the hands can come into the heart. Take a breath there in your mountain. And then we're just going to lift up onto the toes, giving a little stretch through the arches of the feet into the ankles. Finding a bit of balance there. Now, right heel comes down. I'm going to bend that left knee, but keep the heel up. And reach the right hand down for the mat. Lift the left arm into the sky. Let's bring the left hand down and we'll bend the right knee. Left heel to the mat. Reach your right arm to the sky. Both hands to the mat, both heels coming down. Forward fold. And taking soft knees, we'll roll our way up to the top. Taking a big breath to reach again. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And we'll step the right foot back, kind of into halfway to pyramid, so kind of narrow there. And then bring the hands down over that left leg. Good, now I'm gonna bend that left knee and just bring my hands to the mat. Let the back leg lift just slightly, so you're kind of in a bent leg half split. And then take the feet together, bend the knees, sink the belly and the chest in. And then just release the left leg out, little bend in the right knee, reach the leg back. Step the foot down into that narrow pyramid. And start to straighten through the legs. You can reach onto the shin or stay on the mat if the hamstring feels good. Good, stepping the feet back together, soften the knees and just roll your way up to stand. Take a breath in and out through the mouth when you get up to the top. And exhale the arms down by the sides. Good, let's step the feet out wide now. And facing forward with both toes, let the hands come to the mat. Now you can take a bend in the knees if you need here to reach the hands comfortably down to the ground. We're going to step the right hand right underneath the nose and let the left arm lift up. And then just give that wrist a little turn in a twisted wide fold. Trying to reach the chest open to the side to stack the shoulders one on the other. And let's bring it to the other side, right hand under the nose. Press the mat away to open through your chest. And just turn that right wrist. We'll bring the hand down and soften the knees, slowly rolling up. And we'll bring the hands onto the waist. We're just going to turn the toes to face the corners of the mat and bend into the knees, letting the chest stay upright, the tailbone pointing down to the mat. Good, releasing into goddess, take the elbows wide, let the chest be open. And we'll take a little tilt to the left, let the arm rest onto that thigh. Straighten through the right leg and right arm. Good, let's bend that right knee. We'll take the arm across the other side. Straighten left arm and leg. And then let's lift our way back into center. We'll bring hands to the heart and just heel toe your feet in a little bit wider than hip width. And we'll come down into Malasana. You can give yourself a little bit of movement when you come down, just feeling out a good spacing for the feet. And then coming into the middle, and we'll just take 2 breaths holding here. Okay, let's bring the hands down to the mat, and we'll just let ourselves sit back and slide the legs out long into straddle. Give them a little shake there. Now we'll bend the right knee, taking the inside of the foot inside of your thigh. We'll start with a twist going out to the right, reaching left hand to thigh, right hand behind the hip. Perfect, releasing that twist. And now we're gonna turn to face the left leg and just walk the arms out to lay yourself over that leg as much as feels good. Reaching out for the shin, ankle, or foot. Lift your way out of that fold. And now we're going to take the right arm out again. This time it's going to go wide beside us. And take a little lift onto that right knee. Take the left arm over your head, making a nice kind of bow shape with the body. Stretching that left hip and the side of your rib cage up to the ceiling. And then sitting back down. And we'll just switch legs. The right leg goes wide, left knee bends. And we'll take our twist out to the left. Last breath there. And releasing the twist, we'll turn to face that right leg. And then folding down over it. Find your breath here. And on your next inhale, just rolling up. We'll take the left arm out wide next to the hip and just lift onto that knee. Letting the right side of our body reach for the ceiling and the right arm just drape out over your head. And let's release down. And we'll take both legs long out in front of us. Coming into staff, just sitting up nice and tall. And we're gonna reach out, letting the spine be long. Hands connecting wherever feels good for the hold. Don't worry if you don't reach the feet, you can come onto the shins. And releasing that fold. Let's go ahead, lay back on the mat. We're gonna take the right knee in with us. This time the left leg is gonna stay extended down to the mat. Take a couple breaths, just squeezing that leg in toward you. And then let the knee open up to the right, letting the hip open. Left shoulder blade and hip are staying flat to the mat. Let's take that leg, cross it over the body now to get down to the left side of the mat. Right shoulder blade staying down as we twist. Now I'm going to roll my body back to center and my ankle can cross over the thigh. And I'm just going to bend that left knee. Right leg crossing over left. I'm coming to reclining pigeon. So I'm going to reach through to the back of that left thigh and just hug the thigh in once again, as close to the body as feels good. You're going to feel that opening in the right hip, and the more you hug in, the deeper it's going to get. So just let it go a little bit if it feels too tight. And then you can extend that left leg, feeling that stretch all the way up to the toes. Let's bend that knee, bring the foot back to the mat. And then take your right leg long to the mat. Left knee coming up into the chest, and just give it a couple breaths, squeezing in here. And then letting that knee open up to the side. And that stretch in the inside of your hip. Good. From there, we'll take it to our twist. So crossing the leg over the body. And let's take it out to the right. Left shoulder blade reaching for the mat. And now we're going to roll back into the center. Bend your right knee, letting the left ankle cross over that thigh. And take it to reclining pigeon, reaching to the back of your right leg. And then letting that leg extend. Pulling it in toward the body as much as feels good. Let's release the feet back to the mat. And then just walk them out a little bit wider than the mat or as wide as, and let the knees fall together in the center. Keeping the feet wide, we'll just give the knees a little rock side to side now, and the windshield wipe. And then coming into the center, let's just slide the legs out long. We'll let our arms come down beside us, palms facing up. And let yourself release down into Shavasana. Feeling the feet go heavy and fall open in their natural position. Releasing any flex in the legs and letting them fall heavy to the mat. Your glutes and back relax as the belly melts down with gravity. Your chest is open as the shoulders fall back into the mat. And the throat relaxes. The back of your neck going long. The jaw gently part. And the space between the eyebrows goes soft. Feel your palms soften here with the fingers curling in. And just take a quick little scan over the body, looking for any place that might still be holding any tension or still flexing. And let it release. And then we'll just let our mind turn on to the breath once again. Allow yourself to follow the inhale and the exhale. See if you can give yourself 10 breaths of attention. Simply noticing the way the breath feels as it moves in and out. And if it helps to keep the focus, you can tell yourself with each breath, I breathe in, I breathe out. Notice the temperature of the air against your skin. The sound of your breath in your ears. And pick out a moment from your day that you feel grateful for. It can be something small, doesn't matter. Just something that brought you a moment of joy, and send out a bit of gratitude for that. And then pull a bit of gratitude inward for this body you're in today, for all that it's capable of, and all the chances it still has to grow and change. And then we'll just let the breath start to deepen again. Letting a bit of gentle energy come back into our bodies. Give the head a little rock side to side. Start to move the hands and feet. And then give yourself a big stretch, reaching the arms out behind you. Extending fingertips to toes. And then we'll just bring the knees back up into the body, give them a little hug, and yourself a rock side to side. And then just take your time whenever you feel ready, moving back to seated. We'll let the eyes stay closed just for a moment more together. We'll bring the hands into the heart. Welcoming in the night ahead. I hope it's peaceful and relaxing for you. Namaste. Thanks so much for being here. Great to see you. Have a great night.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thanks, Declan. Bye,
Ciao.
Paula. See
Hi,
you
Paula.
next time.
Hi guys, hi Declan.
How you doing?
Thanks. That was great. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.